Good morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday today, and just so excited to explain to you. I don't. Why is it? Why is it? I'm encouraging you with regards to the sowing and reaping, because a lot of people misunderstood. I need to just give you what is sowing and reaping. What does the Bible say about sowing and reaping? Okay, most of the Bible, most of the Bible was originally written to those living in an agrarian society, people familiar with working land, managing livestock, and raising crops. Many of Jesus' parables involves farming life. Not surprisingly, then the Bible contains many references to sowing and reaping. And here are some of the principles we learn. Okay. Yeah, me as as a gardener who loves to garden, who loves to do taking care of plants, so that so I first, from the seed, I germinate it and then waited for it. I put them in my greenhouse, and then when they became bigger, I have to transplant it to a little bigger one so that the roots will be a lot. And then when the time comes that our last frost is said, no more last frost, it's already summer, then we will put it in the bigger. And not normally, I don't put it in our land because of those weeds. Okay, so what I do is I have a bigger vegetable garden, vegetable beds, so that's where I put. And then if you see, after that, by August, what is today, June, July, by August, I'm reaping the harvest. And there's a lot of upo, ampalaya, sile, chili, what else? Oh, beans. What else? Corn. Well, corn comes August, September, something like that. Oh, right now, I think there's already broccoli, cabbages are coming out. It's starting. And then my napaka, it's really a joy every time I see something that I sow a seed. On a biblical way, I'm gonna just sharing to you, sowing and reaping is a law of the natural world. Okay, on the third day of creation, God commanded the earth to bring forth the living plants, bearing seed, fruit with seeds in it. Bearing seed and fruit and seeds in it. That's in Genesis 1 verse 12. That says, the land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kind, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw it was good. So God said it was really good. Okay. The plants were given to man for food is in verse 29. Verse 20, ano ba yan? Verse 29 says, then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with that has fruit with seed in it, they will be yours for food. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin ng sowing? Di ba? So, kasi pag sowing, it's always on agriculture. You got to plant. Okay? Ever since the beginning, man has understood the process of sowing and reaping and has applied it onto his benefit. Okay? And then God uses the law of sowing and reaping to bestow his blessing. God's blessing comes generally to the whole world as he sends sun and rain to the just and unjust. So, eto tayo. Matthew 5 verse 45. That you may be sons of your Father in heaven, he causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and send rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. Anong ibig sabihin noon? In some cases, His blessing comes more specially to those who of His choosing, such as Isaac. Genesis 26 verse 12 says that Isaac sowed a crop and received hundredfold in the season because the Lord targeted him for blessing. Ay, punta natin diyan. Na ano ko yun si Isaac 20, ano yun? 26 verse 12. Isaac planted crops in the land and the same year reaped 100-fold because the Lord blessed him. So ibig sabihin nun pala, everything that we sow, God is blessing it 100-folds. It depends nga, di ba? So wala pa tayo dun sa negative, ha? Dito pa na tayo sa positive. So Israel's greatness for God's yearly blessing was expressed in the Feast of First Fruit, when the first fruit of the harvest was brought in the Lord an offering. You can see this in Exodus 23 verse 19, Leviticus 23 verse 10. God warned Israel that if they forsook Him and pursued idols, the law of sowing and reaping will be suspended and their crops would fail. Leviticus 26 verse 16. This happened to disobedient Judah on a couple of occasions. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Parang sa akin, para bang sinasabi ng Lord, kasi gusto ng Lord, focus lang tayo sa Kanya. Kasi minsan tayo, meron pa tayong segue. Pa-segue. Hindi gusto ng Lord yun. Gaya po ng, kudari, ano ba ibig sabihin? Pag nagsuso tayo, say for example, so tayo ng friendship. Gawin kaya natin sa sowing of friendship. Minsan yun ang pinakamahirap, ano? Hindi mo alam kung tama ba kung sino yung tong friends na we are with, right? Kaya lang kasi may mga time kasi that in friendship, as much as you really wanted to help, yung nga sinasabi nga, nag-invest ka na nga ng what do you call that? Yung emotion, you know, binigay mo na ang lahat. Di ba remember I told you when you, about friendship and how to find, di ba na topic ko yun na, ang friendship kasi, ayun nga, in covenant friendship, I remember. Remember, if you have a friend, it has two way, not always sideway, not only one way. It's not only you who are sowing the friendship. It has to be the other one is also sowing in that friendship. So pareho kayo. That's the real friend. Meron kasi minsan, we try to, yung isa hindi nagre-respond, so better be warned. marami yan din ang isa ko pa rin hindi maganda sa akin. I trusted people, and minsan yun ang bibigyan ko, pakakainin ko, pagtulong, tapos pagdating dun sa kabila, walang ginagawa. So medyo warning na tayo dyan. Hindi ka gaya ng may mga iba kong friends, gaya niyan, sabihin ko na lang sina Manay Dina. So, yeah, mahilig kasi ako magyaya kumain. Manay, ali kayo, kain tayo. Punta tayo, kain. Pag ako nangangailangan, Manay, kailangan ko mag-drive sa Seattle. Pagda-drive nila ako sa Seattle, pupunta kami sa Seattle together. So ganun yung namin, yung, tapos minsan, sasabihin niya, Manay, meron akong ganito, ganyan. O sige, dali. Parang ganon. Hindi yung ako ang nagbibigay. Hindi. Tsaka number one pa, sila kasi mga prayer warrior ko. Yun ang pinaka-importante sa akin, ang prayer warrior ko. No? Kaya, yun ang kumbaga sa we already sowed our friendship way back 25 years ago. Sa LA pa kami, no? Sabay kaming dumaan sa paghihirap, Kaya ngayon, alam mo, uupo na lang kami doon sa patio ko or sa likod ng bahay ko, doon sa patio ko, sa back patio. Iinom-inom kami ng mga drinks, sabi ng mga cold drinks, sasabi namin, Manay, yung mga buhay natin nung nasa LA tayo, napansin mo, pag we're gonna go back from that, kasi sabay kami eh. Sabay yung friendship, sabay yung dinaanan namin mga hardship. Yan, gaya niyan. Pupunta ako sa grocery noon. Wala akong sasakyan. Tatawagan ko si pastor. Sabi ko, Pastor, kailangan ko sasakyan. Pipick upin nila ako dun sa Seafood City, dun sa may Vermont, sa may LA. So, dala-dala ko. So, gano'n na talaga magandang friendship. Nagsusowing kami. Ngayon, we're reaping the harvest. We're reaping the harvest dahil meron na kami. Dati nung walang-wala kami. Wala talaga. Tapos, ngayon na may masabi mo meron kami, both of them have been blessed by the Lord. Kaya nga yung friendship namin, we've been so blessed. Kahit na sabi mo, may isa pa, they tried to, lalo na si Manay Dina, kasi lagi siyang, misunderstood. Masyado siyang mabait. Minsan sabi ko, Manay, masyado kong mabait sa lahat. Open ka. Tapos meron kasi isa talagang sa kanya, tinira siya. Siya tahimik. Ayaw niya makipag-away. Ako nakipag-away. So, kasi kilala ko itong si Manay ko. We call each other Manay. Kilala ko na siya kasi ilang years ng friendship namin, almost 25. The age ng anak niyang panganay. Yan, diyan nag-umpisa. Siyempre, nag-umpisa kami hindi naman magandang guys sa na namin. Yun. Ako kasi kilala ko siya kaya pinagtatanggol ko siya. So, kaya nga nasa na tayo sa sowing and reaping diyan. Kasi sabihin ko, nag-sow kami ng good seed in our friendship. Ngayon, kumbaga sa reaping namin, both of us been blessed by God. Yun, nag-reap kami ng blessing from the Lord. And then, ayan, hanggang sa tumanda, pati mga anak niya, mga anak ko. So, siguro hanggang sa tumanda, kasi kami na patunayan na namin na kasi we both focus our lives, our friendship through Him. Yeah. Sa Panginoon, hindi sa iba, kung may pera ka o wala ka. Gaya nung, last time na, November, December, wala na akong client. Walang-wala ako. Takbuhan ko. Sila. Tapos minsan nga yung iba kong bags, pinubenta ko sa kanya. In-open up now. Anyway, so, 30 minutes na tayo. So, ibig sabihin dito, inaano ko lang dito yung biblical, most of the, kasi sinasabi nila, karma. Ay, nasaan na yung, meron ako nabasa tungkol sa karma. Karma kasi it's an Indian word. Iba raw kasi po yung, yung sa sowing and reaping. Nasaan ba yun? Basahin ko lang saglit, ha? Eto. Nabasa ko to. Kailangan, para meron tayo. Is sowing and reaping like karma? Pakinggan nyo to Paul's warning may sound to our ears akin to the teaching of karma, with roots in Indian religion like Hinduism and Buddhism. The law of karma employs cause and effect, similar to Paul's you reap what you sow theology. One's own good or bad action are said to offer liberation of cycles of rebirth. Yet the biblical principle of sowing and reaping is not karma. Tandaan nyo, sa mga Christian, yet the biblical principle of sowing and reaping is not karma. A believer's works are not the grounds of salvation. Believers' work are not the grounds of salvation. Instead, believers reap by grace from work of Jesus Christ. on their behalf for the salvation they could never earn. A believer's works in response for Christ's sacrifice. Always remember, salvation is not by work. It's by that salvation we reap. It's by grace. Okay, we reap by grace from the works of Jesus Christ in their behalf for the salvation that we did not earn. Okay, a believer's work in response to Christ's sacrifice. In this Indian region, there is no Jesus Christ. So there is no ultimate justice in the world where God's in perfect goodness judges all evil. No Lord who sacrificed himself in his love for the world. No explanation of how sins are forgiven. No historical reality of bodily resurrection from the dead by Jesus Christ, who enables our hope of future and resurrection of like kind, and no spirit who indwells enables the good works of those who believe. Okay, I don't know if you guys understand this. 16 minutes na. So anyways, yun na nga, sinasabi, it's not daw karma yun. Kasi, yung sowing and reaping in the Bible is about salvation that we get through the work of Christ, that we never earned. You don't need to earn. You don't need to go and sacrifice yourself in the cross, because Jesus Christ had already paid the price. Okay? So, don't forget to like and subscribe in this message, and always remember, God loves you and I love you. Babush.